Theory number 1. Some fans believe there's a cannibal cult operating within the GTA universe, one of which Donald Love is at its core. Carnicero Romero is a butcher's that can be found in GTA Vice City. In the window you can find a brain, a human arm and a box labelled human organs. Around the back of the butchery you can find a grave with a skeleton with a missing arm. And this is more than just a coincidence. There is seriously sinister links between the Romero family businesses. They don't just own a butcher shop, they also run a funeral home and a hearse company, making it easy for them to conceal the harvesting and distribution of human remains. Driving around the map, we can see vans saying RS and Elbows. These vans belong to a meat distribution company, and you're going to need to remember this name in a few moments. So listen closely. Fans believe this all ties back to Donald Love. In GTA Liberty City Stories, he's shown eating human ribs.
My God, this is good. It tastes just like chicken, but somehow more, sentient. You want some?
I already ate, thanks.
Well, one mission in GTA 2 sees the player delivering a busload of civilians to a meat factory where they're then processed into hot dogs and served as food. The sign on the side of this warehouse reads RS and Elbows, the very same company in partnership with Carnicero Romero. Our next theory focuses on one of GTA 5's strangest moments, during the Stranger and Freak missions with Don Beasley. In these missions, Franklin encounters a mysterious dog that seems to communicate with him, sort of like telepathically.
What's that? You said a man is stuck in a tree. And he needs my help?
However, there is one person in the GTA universe you may know that fans suspect is behind the talking dog, and this man is the Epsilon cult leader, Chris Formage. Given Epsilon program's obsession with enlightenment, cryptic messages and hidden knowledge, some fans believe the talking dog in Franklin's mission is actually Chris Formage. And there's a few strange connections that make this theory really compelling. Franklin doesn't hear barking, he actually understands what the dog is saying to him. The dog is vague, elusive and cryptic, exactly how Chris Formage delivers his messages. Also, the dog leads Franklin to a sacrifice. Shortly after, Don Beasley falls to his death. And last but not least, the dog disappears as soon as Franklin talks about it.
Man, that's a cool ass dog you got, homie.
What dog?
That dog that saved your ass, man.
Dude, I have no idea what you're talking about right now.
What the fuck?
A long-running fan theory suggests that all Rockstar games, GTA, Red Dead Redemption, Bully, LA Noire, Manhunt, and even Max Payne exist within the same universe and are connected.
Franklin, what?
Are you Grove Street? Is Grove Street like a myth?
Man, that's some old school shit. Hell no, it's not a myth. But times have changed, homie. I'm families. I guess like they was.
While Rockstar has officially separated the 2D, 3D and HD universes, they've never really fully clarified on this theory. You see, GTA 5 features a book called Red Dead, implying the events of Red Dead Redemption were a historical fact. Bulworth Academy, the same school from Bully, is seen on GTA 4 on television, as well as Red Dead Redemption scenes in a Budweiser commercial. Most chillingly, Michael DeSanta reveals during the Palito Bay heist that his first job was in Carcer City from Manhunt.
Bro, what was your first bank score?
88, outskirts of Carcer City. Took a small franchise for 10G.
Some even theorize that Donald Love from GTA 3, people think that maybe he rebranded himself as Mr. Nasty, the sadistic film director from Manhunt. This guy is the face of Manhunt the game, undoubtedly one of Rockstar's most mysterious and sickening villains. But the games never revealed his true identity, meaning this theory could actually be true, if they share a universe that is. Our next theory may actually hold the key to what we've just said with the games being connected. This next theory is that time travelers exist in the GTA universe.
Why, when I take out my time machine, I can go just about anywhere my mind wanders, see? And I'm a Union soldier storming into the home of a defenseless southern slave owner, or at a Roman orgy somewhere with a Centurion's helmet on.
One of the main beliefs of the Epsilon program in GTA 5 is revealed to be that time travel exists and that the world is only 157 years old. Well, one of the most fascinating teachings of Epsilon is that strange facial markings like this seen here can mean someone is the descendant of Kraft, the mythical deity worshipped by the Epsilon program, and that people with these facial markings are gifted. Now pay very close attention to this facial marking, because in this next part, we're going to go and look at Red Dead Redemption 2, and the dots will connect very shortly. In Red Dead Redemption 2, you can stumble across a man named Francis Sinclair, a red-headed man with facial markings eerily similar to GTA 5's Epsilon cult. He appears out of place for 1899, speaks in modern language, wears modernized clothing, and has drawings of futuristic landmarks inside his cabin.
Hey, can I ask you a strange question? I mean, it sounds ridiculous, but I'm on the level.
I don't have a clue what you just said.
There's these funny rock carvings. They look a bit like this.
Okay.
Yeah, well, the thing is, I sort of really badly have to find all of them. It's sort of a puzzle thing to me. I know, it sounds ridiculous, but I'm on the up and up, and it's really important.
Once the player has found all of these cave drawings and brought the locations back to find Francis Sinclair, something very strange happens.
Oh, hello? Can I help you?
I'm sorry for intruding. Mrs. Sinclair?
Yes? How did you know?
I was looking for your husband.
My husband? He's dead. He's been dead since just before Francis was born 1 year ago.
Your husband, Francis, is dead.
No, this is Francis. My husband, Tom, is dead. What was your name?
It ain't important.
So it would appear that the man we were only speaking with shortly before this, who tasked us with finding these cave drawings, has been reincarnated as this baby. Also, pay attention to the facial markings. This is a descendant of Kraft, or so Epsilon program would lead you to believe. Speaking of mysteries, our next theory suggests that the elaborate mysteries added to the game by Rockstar were deliberately designed to not have any solutions. Let me explain. There's a reason why the Infinity Killer in GTA 5 can be solved, while the Mount Chiliad mural remains unsolvable. It was designed that way on purpose. There is no solution, no answer, precisely as Rockstar intended. They never planned for them to be solved. By including images of a jetpack, a UFO, they just wanted to drive fans even crazier. The Mount Chiliad mural remains one of gaming's greatest mysteries to date, which is why this theory says that Rockstar Games has added plenty of mysteries into their games with no solution on purpose, in order to generate buzz and drive fans crazy, which ultimately markets their game even better. I definitely think this is something Rockstar Games would do. What do you guys think? Our next theory is that Amanda caused GTA 5's story. The theory states that without Amanda Townley, Michael's wife, nothing would have been as it was. The theory suggests that everything in GTA 5 stems from Amanda's affair. Shortly after meeting Franklin, Michael catches his wife, Amanda, cheating on him with her tennis coach, as it's revealed that Amanda used to be a stripper called Crystal, of whom Michael fell in love with, much to Trevor's entertainment.
Still stripping so much, Amanda?
Still masking so much, Trevor?
Are those lips fake as well, or just the
How's your mom, Trevor? I miss her.
If it wasn't for Amanda's affair, ultimately, Michael wouldn't have gone up into the hills and torn down the mansion, which ultimately led to the events of GTA 5's single-player story, reuniting him with Trevor Phillips and setting the entire game's plot into motion. Without Amanda being such a hoe, the GTA 5 story never would have happened. This next theory suggests that Trevor hallucinated his mother's return and that he dresses up and pretends to be her out of guilt, possibly because he murdered her. Mrs. Phillips appears in a special Strangers and Freaks mission called Mrs. Phillips. She immediately starts scolding Trevor, calling him useless and saying that he's failed her. Despite Trevor being a violent, unpredictable character, he becomes visibly emotional and submissive in her presence. She tells Trevor that she needs her medication and that he must go out and fetch it for her. However, when Trevor returns with a stolen brickade full of drugs, she's nowhere to be found.
Oh, Mother!
This is a pretty heartbreaking mission, but there's some really interesting things you need to pay attention to. Firstly, there's no sign of how she arrived or a backstory. Secondly, during some character switch moments, Trevor can be seen wearing a dress, something that given his unpredictable nature isn't too surprising. However, some fans have linked this to his mother, suggesting that he may be subconsciously pretending to be her to cope with what he may have done to her. But the most damning piece of evidence is the fact that when we see Trevor's mother in the cutscene, we can also see a mysterious green fog. This mist or fog is present several other times in the game and only when the player is hallucinating. So maybe Trevor really did imagine this whole thing. Next up is that some fans believe that Ryder's betrayal in GTA San Andreas was a last-minute decision by Rockstar, and in fact, he was actually supposed to be a good guy all along. There's a few things that actually support this theory. Number 1, Big Smoke was waiting to kill Sweet at the house at the start of the game, while Ryder was at the funeral paying his respects. Number 2 is that Ryder is not mentioned at all throughout the entire game after his betrayal until he's seen in Pier 69. However, Big Smoke is referenced throughout the entire storyline. Number 3, Crash officers are always seen outside Big Smoke's house rather than Ryder's, and also Ryder still lives in Grove Street. Number 4, during the Green Saber mission where CJ learns about Big Smoke's betrayal, he only reacts to Big Smoke's actions despite Ryder standing there with him.
Nah. Shit, Smoke, what you into? Shh, that's it. Look at that ride.
This also happens right after as well when CJ is inside the police car. Listen to how he talks about Smoke but doesn't say anything about Ryder.
Fucking Smoke. I can't believe that nigga Smoke turned on me.
Smoke! Smoke does exactly what he's told. You learned that lesson a long time ago.
Damn, man, take it easy.
Homies for life.
So, this theory suggests that Ryder was actually supposed to be a good guy and that Rockstar Games changed their mind late into development. Perhaps Ryder died during the house party mission while defending Grove Street. However, I've made an entire video on why this isn't true and why Ryder really was a bad guy. So go and check that out if you have a spare few moments after this video. This next one states that the 3 protagonists in GTA 5 represent the 3 different types of players who have shaped the series over the years. Using this theory, Trevor would be for players who don't care about missions or storylines. They just want to blow stuff up, cause chaos, and see how long they can survive against the cops. His psychotic, unpredictable personality reflects players who load up GTA games just to cause chaos. Franklin represents the ones who like to start from nothing and work their way up. His characteristics mirror that of CJ. He's a small-time hustler looking for opportunity, money, and respect. This makes him the perfect pick for players who love car chases, precision handling, playing in the Rise to Power storyline. His special abilities are well suited to those people who love vehicles and driving.
This is a fair race, nigga. Don't be doing none of that supernatural freaky driving and shit you be doing.
Man, what you mean?
Man, you know what I mean when you crawl cross-eyed like you constipated or some shit.
Michael, on the other hand, represents the players who engage deeply with the story and see GTA as a crime drama rather than just a sandbox for chaos, reflecting players who love cinematic storytelling and character development. Not to mention his bullet time ability makes shootouts feel more tactical, appealing to players who take their time. You see, GTA 5 was built to cater to a huge audience with different playstyles, and this theory kind of makes sense. Rockstar Games wanted GTA 5 to have the broadest appeal possible, so it doesn't seem that far-fetched at all that this theory could very much be true. This next theory is pretty bizarre. It suggests that Michael is in fact Claude Speed from GTA 3. So, hear me out. Rockstar Games have stated that the 3D and HD universes are separated, but that hasn't stopped fans from trying to connect dots, as always, to crackpot theories. Claude was only 28 in GTA 3, meaning he would be 40 as of 2013. Him and Michael also have some other similarities, such as they both rob banks, and they have a similar appearance. Brown hair, white skin. I mean, this one's definitely stretching. If there's ever a theory clutching at straws, it has to be this one. However, some fans have connected even more dots, saying that Michael in the first trailer says, "Why did I move here? I guess it was the weather," as Liberty City is based on New York, which has quite a chilly, cold, rainy climate. Also, Claude did used to live in GTA San Andreas, where he then ultimately met Catalina. So it might make sense that Michael in Witness Protection might return to San Andreas. Oh wait, witness protection. That's a whole nother theory for another day.
Davey!
However, this next theory definitely has some merit to it, and I think that you will probably actually agree with this one. It's a very controversial one in the GTA community. The next theory suggests that NPCs drive into you on purpose. They're coded this way to make the world feel bigger. For many of us, we will swear this is actually true. How many times have you been driving in GTA 5 and suddenly an NPC swerves in front of you, almost like they were trying to stop you? Some YouTube videos even have entire breakdowns of this phenomena. So is GTA 5's traffic coded to crash? Many players feel like AI-controlled vehicles intentionally crash into them, especially during high-speed chases. The theory for this one is that Rockstar Games added this as a feature to GTA 5 on purpose. The reason being that they didn't want players traveling the map too quickly. Also, considering the game was designed on Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3, consoles with very limited memory, Rockstar Games had to find a way to make players slow down so that the world could render. How could they do this? Make it so AI vehicles purposely crash into you and do whatever they can in order to stop you from traversing the map quickly. Do you feel like AI NPCs and drivers in GTA 5 swerve into you on purpose? Because I definitely do.